Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix General 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so first look on the GitHub. Let's see what's up here. Enables use of Wave Editor. Enables use of Wave Editor and release configuration. And pass use Wave Editor. Yeah. Enable use of Wave Editor and release configuration. Let's call this release build. Let's call this Wave Editor. Let's get it behind debug internals. Code supporting is built for release as well. Usable with use Wave Editor command line. What kind of labels should this have? I don't know. Minor enhancement. World builder. Mod. Okay. Let's take a look at this guy here. Oof, that's a lot of text. Okay. A use after free condition occurring when a transition is prematurely halted. You need address sanitizer to be running to observe the problem. This is most prominent on the score screen within the scale up transition. The issue is triggered when you press to exit the score screen before the end of the animation. Okay. Aha, I see. Cleanup begins before the transition fully finishes, and an image that the transition expects to keep retrieving on every draw frame has already been freed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first thing we should do is put the link at the top. Yeah, links always go to the top. We don't need to specify generals and 0 hour if it affects both. Fix memory, minor stability, yeah. Get images after state check to prevent use after free. Image. When get enabled image. I do not think these comments are necessary. They do not help clarify anything. So this thing is just a local array. Yeah, member array. Which is fine to access anytime, right? This is not a fix. This is just a refactor because this is harmless. This is harmless. This is just a refactor and is harmless. It was harmless before. Yeah, so I guess adding this check, yeah, makes sense because the other places also have it. But on that note, I do wonder. Let me see. Yeah, so it gets the image on index 0, which where would it fail then? Let me see. Is there a core stack or something? There's a core stack. Use after free. Why? Scale up transition. Let me see. Scale up transition. So it would complain here. Why? Because of mwin? No. Win get enabled image. Ins data. Somehow we cannot go to this thing. We can, okay. Win draw data. It's just a pointer in here. So this looks to me harmless. If this causes an issue, then I would like to see the ASIN report for this. Because this looks fine. Right? I mean, moving it down here, perfectly reasonable, but it's just a refactor. This should not cause problems. Start. Okay, I think this is fine. It doesn't look like a fix to me. This I do wonder, is there something else at play then? So image. Use heap use after free. It would mean that there's a dangling pointer somewhere, right? Draw image. Let me see this draw image. Who's implementing this? How do we find this function? The implementation of this function. Maybe this one. But here it checks if image equals now. I don't understand. The change description speaks of scale up transition, but the fix is placed in fade transition. Is this change correctly described? Let me put this comment here. Let me qualify this. This looks like a refactor. This looks like a refactor. Or not. Like this thing here, this doesn't dereference anything. It enables the straw data, but the straw data is just an array here. Looks safe to save to read at any time. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about this change because I don't see that this would cause use after free. Where's the use after free? What is freed? Let me check this text one more. It doesn't explain here. A return contained a problem, but it was placed after the function to retrieve the image. It doesn't explain what has been freed. It doesn't explain which. Can you post the ASIN report or clarify what exactly is used after free? This change. Can you post the ASIN report or clarify what exactly is used after free? It is not obvious. Yeah. I don't know. It needs to. We need the ASIN report for this, which tells exactly like what it accesses, where it's allocated, where it has been freed, right? Either post the ASIN report or like specifically say, okay, it enters this function, it is here, and it accesses this variable, and this variable is freed, and we read it or write it at this point. This is what this needs to describe. Right now, this is missing. I don't know what is happening, so I would now need to like run this in address sanitizer. I would need to reproduce it. I would need to check it and verify it. But if the ASIN report was there, then I wouldn't need to do that. It would make my life easier as a reviewer. Yeah. Good. So what else do we have? Fix some buffer size calculations. This change addresses some buffer size issues that had the potential of writing beyond the bounds. Okay. Undo, revert. Oh. Okay, let me see. Oof. What is this here? Multi-vertex color. Huh? What is this? Does he say anything about dynamic mesh? Mesh. The copying of colors seems like a simple bug, as the correct behavior is just below in the same method. Yeah, so basically it's just uselessly. Okay. I see. So this multi-vertex color is max color arrays. Yeah, here. And max path, how much is this? 2? 4, I see. Okay, yeah. This one will overflow. Yeah, this looks good to me. Yeah. Okay. Local file name. Ooh. FTP, what does it say there? FTP, the buffer is being used in get next file block for stn copy call with a hard-coded limit of 256. I see. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. How about... Oh, this is still wrong, by the way. Well, I guess that's a different issue. Oof. It's still wrong because strn copy will not write a null terminator if it reaches this cap, right? So it's a bit better, but it's still unsafe. But I think for now it's good enough. Yeah. Fast allocator. Why is there an assert? In the case of malloc was called fast allocator assert that it wasn't 0. Not a buffer overflow, but still better with an assert than an X violation. What? Why? I don't see why this is necessary. What is this reasoning? Malloc was called, assert that it wasn't 0 before dereferencing it. Yeah, this is not necessary. Either handle it or just continue. This assert does not help. This is not necessary. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so date buffer size. Date buffer. Date buffer. What is the problem here? I don't understand why this has changed. This is not a fix. This is just a refactor, but base type. Base type. C++ array size macro. I think we should use the templated version, but is there a problem with the templated version? How did we implement it in Steam? Probably just a C version. Array size. There, plain and simple. Yeah. Size helper. So if we add this here, let me actually put it elsewhere. Let me find some array. Let me find this one here. No. And then here, really save replay. What a function name. Okay, we take this snippet here and we do underlines. What is underlined? So size of array size hold on, what is this this thing? Is that a function? What is this thing? I don't understand what this means. Huh? What is that? Function definition? Why is this a function definition? Because it takes a reference to an array with n elements of type T. That's so confusing. Let's call it number of like here. Okay, and so can we then say here array size buffer? Let's see. Macro redefinition. Okay. Okay, where's this? Where's this defined the first time? Let's see. Array size. Oh. Oh. Okay, so we already have array size. Look at that. It's not great though because it casts to integer. Oof. Yeah, this type is. Okay, how about we create a change where we clean up this array size mess? Yeah. So if we do here undef array size, let's see, does that compile? Where couldn't we put that though? Array size. had. Utility. Yeah, okay, how about we go to game codes, dependencies, utility. So macro. Let's see, array size, what is it called here? Macros.h. Size of. We already have this macros here. Just macros.h. Okay, how about we create a new macros.h. We take this header. This file contains macros, contains general purpose macros. Okay, then we take this guy, we put that here. Then we go to always.h and we include here macros.h. Put that here. Then we remove this guy. Let's do macros. If and def. And if we probably need a pragma once here. Pragma once. Okay. remove this. And then we go to base type.h core. Macros. Okay, and then we can also remove this guy here. This. And then we remove also this guy. Let me open this in Visual Studio Code. Array size. We delete this guy. And this guy. And this guy. And this guy. Are there any more? There's more. I guess this is fine. Whatever. Okay, let's see if that builds. Release, yeah. Plug lib. Oh. Probably need to keep this one though. Hold on. Plug lib always.h. Oops. Let me put in all the tools. Extras tools. Configure. Okay. Good. So there is another always.h, right? Where is it? Always.h pluglib. Why is this not showing in there? Include utility macros.h. Always.h. Okay, let's compile this guy. Okay, while we wait for this, let's continue looking here. So I suggest use array size time buffer instead. I say better use instead. Same here. Better use array size buffer instead. Okay, what do we have here? Copy to the end of the array. Push override flags. Oh, 32. 32. Another way to fix this would be to move this line below this guy. Yeah, but I guess it's not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Looks okay, but looks okay. A few comments. Okay, let me see if this has compiled. Yes, okay, that's good. Then let me create a branch for this guy. So we revert this guy. No. Okay, let me go to main branch. Okay. Create a new branch. Add array size. Maybe we should add it to core actually. Indian compat. Yeah, I think for now it's probably fine here. But maybe it should go to core instead of dependencies utility. I don't know. Yeah, I think for now it's fine here. Add new gen ZH. Add new array size macro in. Add new array size macro in utility slash, let's say, in utilities. Well, I hope it will compile with VC6. We will see. add new array size macros in utilities. This change adds a new array size macro in utility macro.h, and removes duplicated ones across the code base. Refactor minor. Yeah, I hope it compiles with VC6, but maybe it does. We will see. So this is milestone stability. Major stability. Fix. Fix several buffer overruns in game codes. Several potential buffer overruns. Good. Let's see if we have some answers here. When get enabled image is where address sanitizer was tripping. The call stack is an issue. Okay, but the call stack doesn't help. We need to understand which data access exactly incurs the invalid access. The call stack doesn't help here. We need to understand exactly which data is accessed. Let's see if we get some answers here. I refactored all further instances of the same issue where the early return is placed after the call to get when enabled image as the same issue could occur in all of these places if the transition is halted. It's easier to trigger the issue in score scale up transition. What? But this is a fate transition. What is he talking about? The fix is in fate transition. Why is he talking about this one? Removed all the comment, but it's partly a factor to prevent the use after free from occurring in any instance. Okay, here we have the ASIN report. Okay, let's see. Huh? Well, it's missing. It's missing the call stakes where it's allocated and deallocated. Is that the full report? I thought that there should be the call stakes where it's allocated and deallocated, right? I still don't understand why the retrieval of the image would cause this. Let me see. Okay, so it complains about this function. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, you know what? How about we just run it with address sanitizer ourselves? Release. Oof. Debug, I guess. We can probably run it in release. Yeah. Release. Address sanitizer. Let's see. Okay. Now I disabled ASIN again. Oh, that's not smart. Okay. So just 0 hour with address sanitizer, no debug, no nothing. Let's see. He still has not explained what exactly is being accessed, because the thing is, there's no allocated element here, right? This is a regular member, this is a regular member, and this is a pointer, and it just gets this pointer, right? So here in this function, there can't be anything wrong unless this index is out of bounds or so, right? So I wonder what's going on here. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. That could be. Yeah. Maybe I'm not seeing it. So he claims that this function call is unsafe. But that would only be the case if mwin is dangling, right? If mwin is dangling. But then that's a different issue. That would mean that someone is not resetting mwin, right? Yeah. That would explain it. If M-win is dangling, yeah, and that's a reason for it accessing it, that I would understand. But then the fix should be something else. I mean, the fix here is still okay, but then there should be mwin should be set to null pointer wherever it's being deleted, right? So this is what I suspect here, and this is what I'm missing. Like, if mwin is valid, then this call should never cause any problems because it doesn't access any allocated resource, right? So I assume mwin is dangling, but then we need to fix that as well on top of everything else he fixed here already, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this doesn't compile, by the way. Of course not. Let's see. What's the error? Error unknown. Reference to a zero size array is illegal. Okay, well, that's not good. Let's see. Reference to a zero-sized array is illegal. Well, maybe we have to go with a simpler implementation then for that, yeah. Zero-sized array. Good, anyway, let's focus on this first. So we press F5. Yeah, I hope that... hold on. We first need to install. I hope it runs. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we didn't enable the null memory. It should be implicitly set, yeah. Okay, so we go to solo play, we go to skirmish, we open here some menu, and we exit, and then we quickly click on exit, and nothing happened. Let's do it again. Exit game. Exit. Nothing happened. Let's try again. I can't reproduce the problem. Well, that's not a good start. That's not a good start. How do we reproduce this? Fate transition draw. Let me put a breakpoint in here to see if it actually gets called. Yeah. It is not called. Let's see. So he says this one is being called. This guy. Draw. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here. Huh? Okay. Okay, that one is being called. Scale up, score scale up transition, it should be. Draw this one. Why is it going there when I click there? What is this? Huh? I click on here and it jumps to some other place. What is this? What is this bullshit? I click here. What? Okay, I'm confused. Okay, so I can't reproduce a problem. Is address sanitizer loaded? Let me double check that. Modules. Yeah, it is loaded. So I do wonder what the problem is. Start a new skirmish game. Exit match. Don't let the score overview finish, but exit to main menu. Core stack for this. Draw. So I cannot reproduce this issue, which is sad because then I cannot really see what is up. So my suspicion is that mwin is being deleted, but is not set to null, right? Let me see. Let's see. How does this work? Oof. On our output, do we see any debug? We don't see any ascent checkings here. We don't see any ascent checkings. Maybe we need to run it under debug. Maybe it doesn't work in release. I'm not sure. Let's try it in debug then. I thought it would work. Strange. Then let me enable the install. Oddly enough, I don't see any address sanitizer stuff happening here, which is not very reassuring. It looks as if it's not doing anything. I wonder why that happens. That actually hits. Interesting. Okay. Use of deallocated memory. Okay, let me... async reports. Okay, so basically what happens is it's being allocated here, and then it's being deallocated in process destroy list. Process destroy list. So I think a part of the problem is that we delete this window, but we don't detach it from this transition, I think. I think that is a problem. So I think basically what happens is this win is dangling, right? Can we verify this? Yeah. The V table is garbage. This one is dangling. Let me clarify this here. Let me make a let me take a watch. Let's put mwin into the watch here. Here vtable. Okay. Let's go paint. So basically mwin here is garbage. Yeah. Actually, man, it's easy to trigger. That ASIN report is incomplete. I posted a full ASIN report in the linked bug report. This bug fix is incomplete. The bug fix is incomplete as well. The core issue is that mwin is a dangling pointer. See? There we go. And it's a dangling pointer and garbage. It's a dangling pointer to garbage. The window is deleted in here. It's deleted in that. The proper fix here would be to delete to clean up the transitions that belong to the deleted windows. And not have these outlive the windows. Yeah, so basically there needs to be some place there needs to be some place. Where is it? Where did I post the report? Here. So this function, process destroy list. There, if we go to this one is destroying some windows or all windows. I don't know. Do destroy lists, and it would need to clean up the window transition then as well. Yeah, I don't know where this would happen. We would probably need to see like where is this window transition created, right? So here transition window draw. Let's go there. Transition window. Let me see. So there's an init function here. Get window from ID. Yeah. Transition. Is this transition linked to the window somehow? Not sure. Let's put a breakpoint in here. And we see like what is in the core stack, and like is there any relationship between the transition and the window? If there is, then it's easier to like deal with it. If there's no like direct link to these guys, then it's a bit harder to figure out. Okay, we already hit it very swiftly. So let's check it somewhere else. Let's go to a score screen actually. Okay, let me remove this breakpoint. How about that? Skirmish. Let me let's do the following. Let's go to what is it called? Let me see. Here, this guy in it. There we go. I put a breakpoint in here. Okay. Okay, let's go. So you start a game, and then we exit the game, and there it is. And then here it's being created. Get transition for style. Okay, blah. Transition init mwin. Yeah, but there's no relationship. Transition window. Transition. What is transition window? Transition window. What is this? Cameo units created. Window. Win ID. Yeah, transition. Transition window list. What is this? 79. Okay, it seems to be like a list that always exists, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Transition group. Run init. Transition window list. Maybe maybe this guy somehow, yeah, through the transition window list. Maybe it can be cleaned up through this guy. Yeah. How do we access it? Window. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to dig more and get a better understanding, but yeah, let me just say clean up transitions that belong to deleted windows, not have these outlive the windows. I'm not sure how to make this relationship let's put a breakpoint here. which is basically the same thing. Put a breakpoint in that and see how this thing is constructed. Perhaps transition window list is a clue, is a starting point. Clean up the transitions that belong to deleted windows and not have these outlive the windows. I'm not sure how to make this relationship. Put a breakpoint in and see how this thing is constructed, perhaps. Starting point. Yeah. And that's why I was like wondering like what is the actual issue? Like you have to go from there. Like figure first get a really good understanding of what is the actual offender, right? What is the problem? And then you work from there upwards, right? And you see, okay, how do we avoid this? And then like how do things work? How do we get it to some state that it won't be a problem anymore? The problem here is that m_win is a dangling pointer because the window is deleted somewhere else. This transition thingy still exists and is still being updated and drawn and is being dereferenced. Now, moving this behind this draw state here will hide the issue, avoid the issue, but it will not fix the underlying problem that m_win is a dangling pointer, because that will still be the case when moving this line below this check here, right? So the core issue fundamentally will still exist as it is. So this change needs revisiting and needs a proper fix. I'm not saying that the change so far is wrong, right? So it certainly makes sense to add these checks here and to move this down here, right? Because if it returns, why get the image in the first place, right? So this is fine, but that's why I meant this is a refactor. This is not the fix, right? Okay, but it's a start. It's a start. Good. Yeah. Good. What's the time? 1 hour 50. Yeah, I will take a break now. Yeah. We'll take a break. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.